It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And for Los Angeles, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And Tom Thibodeau, Tibbs they call him, running the whole show in Minnesota.
I have a question.
What's
that?
Thibodeau, but then you translate it to Tibbs.
I don't know. I know, it never has made a whole lot of sense.
Okay.
Why couldn't he should be Thibs.
I know.
I was just about to say that.
It made more sense when they called him Tom Thibodeau and called him Tibbs. But then they said, no, really, it's actually Thibodeau, and they still call him Tibbs.
Then that makes no sense.
I know. But he has a great core in place.
Yeah, he does.
They should be competitive for a while, don't you think?
Well, Thibs, or Tibbs, is one of the greatest defensive minds in the game, depending how you look at it. Tibbs or Tibbs.
You know, he actually got a start in the NBA with the Wolves. It's amazing how things come back around.
It is.
What's that?
That's a wolf.
That's a Timberwolf?
Whatever kind of wolf it may be.
In Minnesota, it's a Timberwolf.
It's a Timberwolf.
You think that's what it sounds like?
Hold on. Timbers have something to do with trees. So a wolf that bites on trees?
No, it's out there living in the trees.
Living in the trees.
Got it. Okay.
Living up there, way up there in the trees.
So what's a werewolf?
Ow! No, that's a Timberwolf right there.
But what's a werewolf?
Ow!
What's a werewolf?
That's a dog, Ernie. That's not a Timberwolf.
Well,
I think a werewolf is a fictional character. I don't think it's actual.
does it make any noise?
I don't think it's a werewolf.
So you're telling me werewolf in London wasn't real?
No.
I just got back from London. I just saw one.
Okay, time for tip-off as we send it over to Kevin Harlan for the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Lakers. Back on the road tomorrow. A great start to the season for them, notching 3 wins to tip it off.
You know, for Los Angeles, they're one of the NBA's early season success stories. They've made an immediate push toward the top of the standings.
I'm not sure how long they'll be able to stick around up there, but so far it's been a lot of fun to see how much progress they're making.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, the work ethic of Wolves coach Tom Thibodeau is very well known. Now, back in Chicago, Jimmy Butler would try to beat him to practice. But no matter how early Butler arrived, Tibbs was already there. Finally, Butler said, okay, forget it. I can't beat him, so I'm just going to run through a wall for him. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And Clark, the league in general increasing the pace of play. Tonight's teams exemplify that approach.
I really think the game was meant to be played at a high pace, Kevin. We've had periods where it's been a little bit more bump and grind, defensive oriented, but I like the trend that the game has taken on the last decade or so. Up and down, a lot of possessions, a lot of scoring, and a lot of entertainment value. I love it. I love the way the game is played now.
I couldn't agree more. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Then there's Teague. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Now here is McGee. Pass the ball. Takes the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And, Kevin, I really think it's important that that shot becomes part of Ball's arsenal. He's got to get comfortable knocking down the three-point shot.
Teague against Ball. Here's Wiggins. That's good. And so Teague with the assist.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The pass to Kuzma. The shot, no good. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Ball's knocked loose. And the layup's good off the glass.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And McGee kicks the ball. In the corner, it's Ingram. 5 on the clock. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Ball, the pass to Ingram. The three-pointer, no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Ball with the rebound.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Ingram against Gibson. And a wide-open look here for Wiggins. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Teague. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
The super fast release of Jeff Teague, and incredibly lethal catch-and-shoot player.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Andrew Wiggins, I think this guy has a chance to really be a star. He clearly is a centerpiece for the Timberwolves since they acquired him in the Kevin Love trade with the Cavaliers. He's got all of the physical tools to be an elite player at both ends. The only question mark has been the consistency of his motive. Does he really want to be great and put in the work to do so?
Okogie, he's covered by Ingram. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Over James, and Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Teague. Wiggins has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 7-point differential. And with the Timberwolves bringing in Tom Thibodeau and these hard-nosed veterans, the culture shifting in Minnesota, Clark, is so evident.
Yeah, very much so, Kevin. And I think you've got tremendous role models for Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy Butler in particular, trying to bring out the best in him. And that's not always easy, nor is it always comfortable. It's a tough balancing act. And sometimes veterans can wear you out with the lectures, but Jimmy's example is what I think is going to help Wiggins the most.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
Loved how they guarded that layup. Didn't make it easy, which I think is why he missed it.
And James pulls it down.
Highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
And you know James is deadly coming off that pick and roll, but defensively, what do you take away?
Pass to Wiggins. Here's Teague. Here's the floater, and the layup is up and in. Teague's got his 2nd bucket.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
Teague against Ball. The shot from the low post is good. Ball's got 5 now.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
Here's Wiggins. That one wide left. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Passes it to James. Pass to Kuzma. And he hits it to tie the game up. Kuzma's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Kuzma excellent at using his height and touch to perfection. Very confident player.
Teague finds Wiggins. Back to Teague. The kick out to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wiggins. tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Lakers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. LeBron against Wiggins. LeBron passes the ball. And here's Kuzma. Now the pass to McGee. To the left wing. Here's Ball. Good, and the assist goes to James. That's 7 points for Lonzo Ball.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Wiggins kicks to Towns. Teague feeling it out a bit. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here's LeBron. He had 25 points in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists.
Teague against Ball. Okogie takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Los Angeles calls timeout. At this very early stage, we know players are still trying to gel with one another. But Clark, just how much can a team really change between the start of the season and the end of the season?
Kevin, it can be a night and day change in some cases because of injuries or change in personnel. Those things can show up during the course of a long season and make teams look totally different. And I think the changes that transpire with teams are usually more pronounced with younger teams because you can actually sometimes see those guys get better and better from week to week.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Michael Beasley missing on the three. Nunley's shot is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Rondo. An easy 2 points on the layup. Rondo's got his first basket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Wiggins. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers.
Yeah, excellent work on the boards that night. Always in attack mode, and that allowed him to get plenty of rebounds.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Rondo's running. Here's Hart. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you can see at this stage of his career, just still not comfortable as a finisher at the basket.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hands.
Jones against Rondo. Up top, Zubac. On the wing, Stevenson. Covered by Wiggins. Wiggins with some nice D. Minnesota in the lead. Shoots from the high post, and he recovers it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Jones against Rondo. It's stolen by Jones. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And it's good for two. Now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead. Rondo looking over the floor. Stevenson dishes to Beasley. Back to Stevenson. Shoots it. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Here's Jones. Kicks it to Wiggins. 18 feet out. Again, Wiggins missing. LA's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Stevenson can't hit. And it's Jones with the ball for Minnesota. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter. Here's Tolliver. It's hauled in by Zubac. And Los Angeles guys shooting to start out this game about 43%. Stevenson finds Zubac. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Hart, no good. The Timberwolves shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Pocket 6. Stevenson against Wiggins. Zubac. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
50 seconds left to play here in the first. Jones, the pass to Nunley. Here is Tolliver. On the wing, Wiggins. He's guarded by Stevenson. Back to Tolliver. Beasley with the steal. Hart the pass to Beasley. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Beasley's got his first points of the night. And
good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Jones. 5 on the clock, inside. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Jones. That's 10 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, high percentage look there, Kevin. I mean, Wiggins reads the defense and then basically just takes what he's given there.
And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the team that we need to be to not only make the playoffs, but to make it deep into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance of being a championship team. We have so much talent. We have great veterans. We have a great front office, a great coaching staff. So with all that on our side, we feel we have a great chance to find that way to success.
One step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Minnesota, Wiggins and Jang at the small forward and power forward spots. Then there's Cole Aldrich. Then it's Jones. And it's Nunley in at the 2 spot. And this Timberwolves team, so fun to watch.
I agree. All-star talent on the rise, athleticism, and they can light it up too. Yeah, fun group.
Now here's Wiggins. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Nunley passes to Jones. That one, no good. Great D that time from Rondo. The Lakers trail. Beasley with an 11-point game for him in the win against Toronto. Rondo against Jones. Rondo kicks to Zubac. 2 points. That one goes. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now here's Jones. Wiggins, right side. Pass to Jones. Wiggins with it. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Aldridge. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Aldridge has got his first bucket of the night.
And, you know, Aldridge is getting to the point in his career where he's developed a number of moves inside, and good play call there for him.
Here's Rondo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Jones finds Aldridge. Back to Wiggins. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Raptors. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Lakers, they're obviously trending in a positive direction, but still working out some of those early season timing issues. But I have to say, I like what I'm seeing.
LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. Lonzo Ball comes in for Rajon Rondo.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Now here's Jones. He kicks it to Jang. Jones, the pass to Jang. To the left side wing. Here's Teague. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And Teague has a really economical textbook shooting form. Even when the defense is smothering him, he keeps his focus on the basket and his fundamentals.
James. And James throws it down.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following the bucket by the Lakers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Jeff Teague in 2017 signed a healthy $57 million contract to join the T-Wolves. They haven't scrimped in building this roster. I mean, they've been able to and willing to spend some money, and he's a key piece to the puzzle.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Zubac, and Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Josh Hart. Back to Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to LeBron. Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded closely. Taj Gibson's checked in for Cole Aldridge. James left side. Back to Ball. They get a hand on it. Gibson with the steal. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And Teague, a quality lead guard, but that position's so rich in talent now, it's almost hard to figure where a player like him stands anymore on that list.
In a different time, he might get himself into the all-star conversation, Kevin, but nothing wrong with being a really good player and a starting point guard that doesn't become an all-star. And he does have that big contract to validate his value.
Here's Ball, following the score by Taj Gibson. Ball, the pass to McGee. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ingram's checked in, and that one's good. Wiggins. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Minnesota.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And no doubt that the steal of the 2017 draft was Kyle Kuzma, taken 27th overall.
Hey, people get all hung up about where guys are drafted and how they end up playing either below or above their draft position. Hey, this thing is more art than science. We've seen it for decades. Guys fall, guys rise, and then production isn't commensurate with where they were drafted. Hey, more art than science. And Kuzma is a big-time baller. He just happened to be drafted later than he should have been.
Now here's Teague. He has 7. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. Kept alive and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Lakers.
And they are going where the going is good for them right now. The painted area, high percentage, and high volume shots.
Now here's James. 6 points for him. Passes it to McGee. Back to James. It's Ingram on the wing. That 3 off the mark. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you. And you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. That's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Obviously, the game is played with a more wide-open style now, Clark. Name a few old-school bigs who continue to make an impact.
Well, I like what Andre Drummond does. The big fella's a glass-eating machine. Still needs to refine his moves and shooting touch, but his athleticism and rebounding off the charts. Blake Griffin stands out as well. Highly skilled, very, very athletic. Steven Adams, obviously a big guy who plays an old-school game, rim protector, finisher, good hands, great strength. Dwight Howard, you know, he's on the backside of his career, but you think about what he was able to do in his prime as a shot blocker, rebounder, finisher. He's got some old-school qualities as well.
And there's the call on James. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Minnesota making a switch here. Tolliver's checked in. Now here's Teague. He has 7, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And now let's highlight the highest scoring teams in the NBA. 4th spot held by the Lakers.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
And Gibson kicks to Teague. Back to Gibson. That puts them in the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Sometimes you have to tip your cap to Gibson. I mean, it doesn't matter who's on him. He was determined to score down low.
Ball dishes to McGee. That one falls, his 2nd basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Here's Towns. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
Back to LeBron, and stolen by Jeff Teague. Outside, Towns. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Towns has remarkable range for a big guy, and he also has a good sense for when he should shoot those shots.
James finds McGee. Basket good. McGee's got 4 points this quarter.
Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
Okogie. He's covered by Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Okogie. McGee with the block. Here's James. And here's Kuzma. 17 points for him last game against Toronto. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Gibson. Kicks it to T. Now Towns. From 12 feet out. LeBron grabs the miss. James has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And LeBron throws it down.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Here's T. He's got 7. The pass to Towns. 16 feet away. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Lonzo Ball. Teague against Rondo. Out left to the wing. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range. Kuzma's got 6 here in this quarter.
A reliable stretch 4. In this day and age, Kuzma is very valuable because of his three-point shooting.
Okogie. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Lakers.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
Zubac is checked in for the Lakers. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at Los Angeles. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And, of course, the Timberwolves, a half game back.
And, you know, for the Lakers, they're one of the NBA's early season success stories. They've made an immediate push toward the top of the standings.
I'm not sure how long they'll be able to stick around up there, but so far it's been a lot of fun to see how much progress they're making.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Jeff Teague.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Stevenson inside the 3-point line. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, you know, getting a few to drop from in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense going.
Now here's Ingram. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Minnesota making some changes. Aldridge comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and Gorgui Dieng subbed in for Anthony Tolliver. Outside Rondo. Pass to Zubac, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Los Angeles shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot.
Look at that jam!
Now, bring the thunder, rock that rim.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive attitude Stevenson brings to the table. He's not going to sit back and settle for jump shots. If he can attack the basket, he will.
Back to Teague. 40 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside, Jones. 5 to shoot. Over Rondo. Here's Aldridge. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Yeah, such a strong frame. Aldridge completely unbothered by the contact.
20 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Rondo. He dishes it to Beasley. Lets it go with a three. That shot misses. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. A big night so far for Kyle Kuzma. He had 14 points and 3 rebounds. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
Well, it's never easy to play on the road, and the score reflects that. Just doesn't seem like they're well prepared for this matchup. Every time they tried to make a run, they got derailed. I think to refocus their efforts in the second half, they're going to need to play with a lot more determination for a chance to win this.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Timberwolves trail by 7. And Clark, a lot of great names to choose from, but who would you pick for your greatest Laker ever?
Wow, that's always tough when you have such a robust list, Kevin. I always start with Kareem whenever he's in the conversation because that guy was my idol as I grew up watching the game. So Kareem is there, Magic, Wilt, Shaq, Elgin, and Jerry West, and Kobe. That's too many, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Some great names there, though, Clark. You're right. Hard to pick just one. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Brandon Ingram's out there with ball, and it's McGee in at the 5. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. The Timberwolves shooting straight 49% from the field. Okogie, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. 6 points for him.
And, you know, it's a bonus to have big men who pass it like this. Gibson, solid instincts there.
Ball kicks to LeBron. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. One of the buzzwords we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting when you see some of these terms that come into vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of the game. And clearly, two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent.
The Lakers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. McGee, the pass to Ingram. Back to McGee. Lakers working the ball around now, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee.
Hey, Kevin, no idea what happened there, quite honestly. I mean, it seemed like he just mistimed that pass.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Okogie, he's covered by Ball. To the left wing, Towns, wide open. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
Ball kicks to Kuzma. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And you know, whatever punishment or contact comes his way, Kuzma is, when he's driving, he's determined to score.
The feed to Towns. Shoots from 14, and again it's Minnesota.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
LeBron against Wiggins, and finished off by LeBron.
Signature bucket for him on that possession. They can get themselves in front quickly with a few more like that.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Wiggins left side. Missed number 7 from the field. He's also made 7. LeBron against Wiggins. LeBron is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Minnesota now. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Okogie, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, you know, not every point guard would be able to find an open man right there, but Teague is always looking for the right play.
Kuzma, that's good.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Teague finds Towns. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Then on Monday, they'll tip off a homestand, starting with the Brooklyn Nets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Josh Hart in for Brandon Ingram. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big mid, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Wiggins surveying the floor. LeBron with the block. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Outside Teague, just 5 on the clock. Trying his luck deep.
Hey, it's hard to teach reach. Ball has a nice extension to him and superb at being able to challenge shooters because of it. Well, you know, defense has been the Timberwolves' weakness. Between their coach, Tom Thibodeau, and their star player, Jimmy Butler, both of whom have made their names on defense, you'd expect them to improve in that area.
And Clark, you look at some of the defensive issues for the Wolves, not getting back in transition, not controlling their defensive backboards.
Yeah, that's a matter of being committed and putting forth the effort. That's really what it comes down to. The young stars, Towns and Wiggins, really gifted athletes, no reason they can't be positive defenders if they prioritize. Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
And stolen by Wiggins. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
From deep LeBron, and the Lakers get it back. Back to ball. Los Angeles with another miss. And Teague's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. And Gibson now atop the key. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Teague with a clean look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. Passes it to McGee. LeBron outside. Great D that time from Gibson. Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Makes it off the glass. Gibson's got 6 points.
You got to get a body on Gibson, because if you don't, he's relentless in attacking the offensive glass.
Gibson against James. Back to ball. Over Teague. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And Teague has it in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And 12 points for LeBron.
Paul, such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense, nice feel, which is hard to teach.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And some changes here for the Lakers. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee. Beasley comes in for James. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Jones looking for an opening to the paint. Here's Wiggins, and the rejection by Zubac.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside, Jones. And that one drops.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Rondo against Jones. Rondo passes to Zubac, and the basket is good. Zubac has got 6 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now Jones. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Rajon Rondo. And for Tyus Jones, 3 gold medals playing for the U.S. national team throughout high school. He was Minnesota's Mr. Basketball, a national title Clark in his lone season at Duke. I mean, this kid's already got a lot of hardware.
Yeah, he's got a cabinet full of hardware, and I think he's got a chance to develop into a really solid point guard in this league. Again, just 1 year of college, very early in his career. You got to give him time because he's shown that he can be a winner at the levels he's played at prior to the NBA.
Here is Tolliver. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game. Tolliver kicks to Aldrich. Jones against Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Tolliver. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
Yeah, a little mano-mano, back and forth. Guys going at each other, giving this game a little bit of edge and personality. I like it.
Caldwell Pope pass to Hart. Caldwell Pope outside. And he jams it with authority.
So quick on these drives, as quick as a hiccup. Can't let him, Caldwell Pope, get into the lane like this.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside, Jones. Poke loose. He kicks to Tolliver. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Making the impossible look easy. Wiggins with the great creativity in the air. He typically hangs in the air a little longer than the average bird, though.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Rondo against Jones. Outside Rondo, over to the wing. The 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Aldrich has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Feeds to Wiggins. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yep, and an opportunity for one more at the line. Wiggins with the toughness to finish through contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Beasley. And Stevenson comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Hart. Rondo against Jones. To the middle. Here's Aldrich. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on Rajon Rondo. The Timberwolves have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
Well, in case anybody doubted it, the Lakers are still a premier destination for free agents. I mean, L.A. is L.A. Historically, the Lakers have done a good job making the most of the attraction of playing in L.A.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Timberwolves have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Rondo against Jones. There's the pass to Ingram. Banked in off the glass. Ingram's got his first points in this one.
You know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot, that extension he gets on it, makes it very hard to block.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Lakers lead by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan with his team.
If we just keep moving it, it's not a bad shot. But if we move it, cut, they will break down. We'll get open layups. Let's go. Come on, stay. Keep doing them.
Well, Coach Walton preaching patience and ball movement.
And eventually, Kevin, if you work the ball around, you're going to find holes in that defense.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Jones and Wiggins, the backcourt. Anthony Tolliver out there with Gorgie Dang. And it's Aldrich in at the center, locking down the middle. They get a hand on it. Jones with it. Dishes it to Wiggins. Back to Jones. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Jones has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Timberwolves. Jones against Rondo. On the wing, Stevenson. Now here's Kuzma. He's tightly guarded. And that one's good by Stevenson. And the Lakers lead by 1.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
Jones kicks to Tolliver. Jones against Rondo. Jones drives in. Bucket is good. Jones has got 9 points now in just the second half. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento. Then on Sunday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them.
And for that matchup with the Magic, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Here's Kuzma. Another shot. Oh, and he parks it off the glass. Wow. Outside, Jones. Takes a three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this hand.
And with that shot, the Minnesota leaders cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Zubac.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Back to Jones. The three ball. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Inside, here's Wiggins. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Wiggins has got 20 points.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee comes in for Ivica Zubac. And James subbed in for Lance Stevenson. Timberwolves also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dang. Gibson comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Teague in for Jones.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
And here is Teague. Now the dish to Wiggins. Poked away. Kuzma passes to LeBron. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
I don't know what's happening defensively,
but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. From the inbound, and Towns lays it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Ball kicks to Ingram. In the corner, it's James. And he overshot that one, missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Wiggins dishes to T. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, last season, the Wolves ended a 14-year playoff drought. It was the longest in the association. And they did it in dramatic fashion. A winner-take-all overtime victory in the final game of the season against the Nuggets. I actually watched that game, and it was worth staying up late for.
James, the pass to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, I tell you, he's so good at scoring in a lot of different ways. Kuzma enjoys showing off the full repertoire of his game.
Timberwolves leading by 3, and the Timberwolves call timeout. And if the regular season brought encouragement for the Wolves, Clark, the postseason showed us just how far they've got to go.
That's right. That's exactly right, Kevin. A win in the first round, just one win. The Rockets were a hard matchup for them, but there's a big difference between being a playoff team and a title contending team.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. We got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Ball, the pass to McGee. It's good.
Boy, so good at threading the needle. Awesome pass, the size and passing ability of Ball. Tough to defend against.
Ball against T. Kicks to Towns. And the 3 off target.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
James in the post, covered by Wiggins. Ball. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Okogie. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Teague against Ball. Okogie. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb.
T kicks to Towns. Okogie, he's covered by Ingram. Okogie, rebounded by McGee. McGee's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Timberwolves leading by 3. Okogie, he's covered by Ingram. Good work there as it goes. 19 points in the game.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Now, here's Ball. LeBron outside. Just 5 to shoot. Knocked away. Outside Teague. Back to Wiggins. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that one, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
A baseline J, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Guys, when LeBron is scoring like this, as a defender, it's hard not to throw up your arms and say, I give up. Just so hard to slow him down.
Finished off the break. LeBron's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Wiggins. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Wiggins has got 24.
And Kevin, that could be an important bucket as this game tightens up. I mean, Wiggins looking sure of himself out there.
Now LeBron. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Rebound the Lakers. LeBron's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Ball kicks to LeBron. Down low. There's Kuzma. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, when Kuzma plays with that kind of tenacity, he's going to make defenders foul him. He's a real force in this league, folks.
He's off on the first. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. And he sinks the second.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Pass to Towns. Fires from 14. Jump shot is good. Towns has got 9 points now in just the second half.
The inside-outside game of Towns very solid. Not many big men can match him in that department.
LeBron can't get it to go. Timberwolves leading by 6. T kicks to Wiggins. Rebound the Lakers. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds in the game. For the 3. LeBron, no good.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Hart. LeBron trying to free himself up. Second chance shot, and the rejection by Towns. Teague for 3. The second effort, and Towns finishes inside. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, you know, the energy, the hustle, the length and reach, Towns using it all to perfection when he attacks the offensive glass.
Wiggins kicks to T. To the paint. And the dunk by Towns.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Minnesota.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And talk about putting pressure on your opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 left to be played against the Lakers.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Got a piece of it.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end, love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. Seven-second difference, shot and game clock, and so they choose to intentionally foul. Minnesota with the ball, and they go to the intentional foul. It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Passes to James, and stolen by Wiggins. And so Minnesota takes the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.